Dream Team, it's your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with things I wish I knew before moving to Australia and things I've learned since being here. Before we dive into this, y'all know I need you to dive into that subscribe button, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You don't subscribe to any of it, put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me, human. I talk back. If you guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. What we got?
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a bit of a chatty one. If you're new to this channel, I'll catch you up a little bit. So basically, hi, I'm Yasmin. I was about to say 22. I'm not, I'm 23. I feel old. I'm 23 and me and my boyfriend have both moved from the UK to Australia. So we've actually moved to Brisbane in Queensland. I've lived here for just under 9 months, which is crazy to me. It's gone so quickly. And I just wanted to do a little fun video about things I've learned along the way. And things I just didn't know before living here. So this is meant to be light-hearted, so don't take it too seriously. If you do want me to make a video that's a bit more in-depth about how I moved here, flights, visa, finding a house, finding a job, let me know and I'll be happy to make a video like that. Really quickly, before we get into this video, I thought I'd address some questions about my jewellery. I am working with Ana Luisa for this section of the video. I love Ana Luisa because it's a sustainable jewellery brand that uses the highest quality materials without the luxury markups. Because I know a reason a lot of us reach for fast fashion is because of the price. However, Ana Luisa pieces start at $39, so you can get good quality pieces of jewellery inexpensively whilst being kinder to the environment. They've also given me a discount code which I'll put on. I think this is the biggest stereotype when you think of Australia. You think of dangerous animals, dangerous insects, and it just freaks you out. That was me. When I first moved here, I was so scared to step foot outside. Everyone I spoke to about moving to Australia warned me about the spiders and the snakes and God knows what else. You don't have to be scared of the wildlife here. Yes, you should always be cautious because there are going to be certain insects and certain animals that you don't want to cross, but you're not going to see them every day of your life. I've not seen a single snake whilst being here, touch wood. Oh my god. Not to say that you won't, because I know people that see them quite a lot, but I live far enough into the city where I haven't experienced that yet. I had people telling me I needed to check my toilet every time I sat down. It's not that scary. Be vigilant, but don't freak yourself out.
That would be scary. If you had to check your toilet every time you said that would be scary. But yeah, I mean, you do hear about all this dangerous wildlife in Australia. But once you like see videos of people talking about Australia and you hear them talking about Australia, it's like wildlife is one of the least of your concerns. Just like she said, be vigilant. Don't go out of your way to try to bother wildlife or anything. And you really don't have to worry about anything.
Every time I sat down, it's not that scary. Be vigilant, but don't freak yourself out. I've seen 2 big spiders the whole time I've been here. They were both huntsman spiders. I'm gonna insert a picture. They are huge and they're gonna freak you out because they look scarier than they actually are. Apparently, they're not really dangerous to humans. You don't have to worry. My neighbor came over and literally picked it up with his hands because me and my boyfriend were too scared. We thought it was gonna kill us. So those are the only spiders I've seen. Obviously, again, disclaimer, there are dangerous species out there. I've never seen one. There's gonna be a lot of wildlife that you've not come across before in your life because I feel like the wildlife back in England is quite tame. We don't have anything too outrageous. Here, there are some weird things. Like, there's always lizards climbing up my windows and just things like possums. I have a pet possum that climbs on my fence every night at 9 o'clock and I've kind of adopted it. The first time I saw a possum, I screamed because I thought it was a huge rat because it was in the dark. I'm just not used to that kind of thing, but again, not scary. Okay, number 2, learn the road rules. We were very ignorant when we moved here and we assumed that because Aussies drive on the same side of the road as us, that all the road rules would be the same. No, they're not. They're really not. Okay, they mostly are, but there's been things here and there that have caught us off guard and we've been fined. Let me give you an example. This is gonna be hard to explain on camera, but okay. This is a car on the left hand side and it's driving and it wants to park on the right hand side. You can't wait till it's safe to just park up because you're not in the direction of the traffic. In England you can do that. Here you can't. We got fined $100 and something for doing that. Really? So we learned our lesson and we brushed up on the road rules a little bit. Number 3.
Really? So you have to like find a way to get on the right side of the road, or you just like turn in? I'm assuming you just kind of, you find a way to like kind of turn the car around and come back this way and then park, instead of like trying to wait until it's safe to park across. That is an interesting one. That's different because, yeah, like in the UK, I guess it's similar to the US in that manner. You can like sit there and wait until the spot opens up.
So we learned our lesson.
Different places are going to have different driving rules. Like she said, you definitely just got to learn the road rules of each place. And I mean, you learn by getting fined or by people telling you.
And we brushed up on the road rules a little bit. Number 3, high wages.
Ooh.
I was actually shocked when I moved here and I got my first job and my second job and my third job. Visa problems. I looked at jobs online and I saw the hourly wage. In December, I started working for Zara. I looked online and apparently Zara employees in the UK earn around £8 an hour. Our base rate was $26 an hour, and then it went up in the evenings and then up at the weekends. So I think at the weekends I was earning $37 an hour. I worked Christmas Eve and I was earning over $50 an hour. £8 to Australian dollars.
It's 15 Australian.
Yeah, so 15, just under 16 Australian dollars for essentially.
Okay, so £8 is about 16 Australian dollars. But she said so base pay is 20. So basically like $9.50 in Australian pounds, I guess. $9.50, $10. But dang, then you go up. Oh no, she said like 20. Did she say like 25, 26? Something like, hold up. Or did she say 20? God, yeah, Australia is definitely a lot higher.
So 15, just under 16 Australian dollars for essentially the same job. So I was absolutely mind blown.
15.
The wages here are just so much higher than back in the UK, and I'm pretty sure most parts of Europe. Even if you're traveling here and you need to just get a job just to pay your way, you can earn really good money. My first job was actually a sales job. You could get a really good hourly rate and commission on top of that. So if you're that sort of person, and if you're backpacking, you probably will be, you can earn some good money. However, this brings me on to my 4th point. The supermarkets in Australia are so expensive compared to what I'm used to anyway. In the UK, obviously for geographical reasons, being able to import things, etc. We have so much variety in our supermarkets. We can get anything, and we can get things for cheap. Australian supermarkets aren't that cheap. Sometimes I go in there, I'm like, how is that price? I can get that for £2 back home. No wonder these people get paid so much. For example, the thing I find really expensive here is vegetables and just fresh produce, like fresh fruit. I remember one time I went to go buy a bag of grapes, and in the UK you can easily buy a bag of grapes for like £1.80, £2. I went to the grapes and I looked and they were $9. $9 for grapes.
Dang.
I'm sure I can find cheaper grapes somewhere, but just $9. That's not even like that dramatic, but it was just something I remember because I did not expect it at all. But I did a little bit of research and I found out that apparently, according to Compare the Market, UK grocery prices are over 12% lower than Australian grocery prices. Number 5, barbecue culture is real. I thought this was going to be a huge stereotype. It's not. Before the current pandemic, I think I'd been invited to 2 barbecues a week. Maybe that's an exaggeration. But every week someone would be like, oh, come over, let's have a barbecue. Oh, we're having a barbecue. All the time. I love it. I think it's great. We have the weather for it.
Yeah, invite me to some barbecue, because I'll come to each one. Because I will show up to every single one. That sounds perfect. That sounds like paradise.
Oh, we're having a barbecue. All the time. I love it. I think it's great. We have the weather for it here, why not? But not only that, there are literally so many communal like barbecue stations in public places, at the beach. There'll always be a little barbecue area, in parks, barbecues. So if you don't have a barbecue at home, you can bring all your friends, go to the park, go to the beach, and have a massive barbecue in public. I love this about Australia. Number 6. This one is very first world and doesn't really matter, but because I do YouTube, it's something that has impacted me a little bit. The internet in Australia is so slow. I really don't understand. How is it different? Please someone let me know. It's not terrible to the point you literally can't load anything or you can't get anything done. But just maybe in twice the time. Like for example, it takes me 3 to 4 hours to upload a YouTube video. Yeah, it's very inconvenient.
Dang. Yeah, that's a very long time to upload a video. 3 to 4 hours, that's wild. To upload one video?
3 to 4 hours to upload a YouTube video.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it's very inconvenient at times. And lastly, Aussie slang. I always knew that people from Australia, people from England shared quite a lot of the same slang and language, and we kind of understand each other a bit more, especially compared to like someone from the US. Sometimes they're just an actual language barrier. However, there's been a couple of times where someone said something and I've been like, what? It's really simple things that now I look back and I'm like, how didn't I understand them? But it's just things I would never say. For example, I remember one time me and my boyfriend were at a restaurant and the waiter came over and said, how are you traveling? In my head I was thinking, I don't know, by car? And I didn't say anything.
That's what I was. That's exactly what I was thinking. How are you traveling? By car? By plane? That's exactly what I would think.
Traveling. In my head I was thinking, I don't know, by car? And I didn't say anything because I didn't know how to respond. And my boyfriend thought he asked us if we were traveling. And he was like, no, we've moved here. And there was just like awkward silence and everyone was just a bit confused. And then the people who we were with, who were Aussie, explained to us that how are you traveling means like how are you getting on. It's just one of those things where if you don't know about it, it'll catch you off guard because it's just not natural for me to hear or say how are you traveling. And there's just certain things like that that just like don't sound right and just confuse you a little bit if you don't know about them beforehand. So yeah. Maybe just brush up on Aussie slang a bit. There's a lot of words that are quite out there. They love to shorten things here. But at the same time, if you're from the UK, there are also a lot of words that we both use, so it's all fine. Yeah, I don't know how many that was. I didn't want to make this video too long because I'm aware it's just me chatting away and that can get very boring. But yeah, if you want to know anything in particular and you want me to cover anything, let me know. I'll make another video for you. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed it. I love just chatting, especially when I've been locked in the house for 2 months. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!
I rock with that video. That was a good video. Definitely learned some new things. How are you traveling is a phrase I've never heard. But now I know what it means in case I ever do travel to Australia. But that's all we got for this one. You guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You want to subscribe to any of it, put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy Neal, out.